Bookie. Today and tomorrow. Last couple of days to do it. I think 7:30 tomorrow night, 8:30. Going to be your last keyword. But you'll get 1 hour with me this afternoon. So listen for each and every one of those keywords. You might get yourself some cash in the 11th hour. So about 6 minutes from now. Guardians start up in Chicago tonight against the White Sox, who are, in addition to being my A team, one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball. There's no way around that. But they will start a 4-game series with them tonight in Chicago. White Sox will be here at home next weekend. The game begins tonight at 8:10, so 7:40 is the beginning of your pregame there, and then 8:10 first pitch. You'll hear it here on the Buzzard and on the iHeartRadio app. Guardians trade Ahmed Rosario for Noah Syndergaard from the Dodgers.
That's Syndergaard.
What is it?
Syndergaard, I believe.
Oh, Syndergaard, you are right. Who I saw people complaining about that. And
baseball fans complaining? That's so crazy.
Well, I mean, sports fans in general complaining?
Well, sports fans in general, but baseball fans are particularly
You think so?
prickly because they're the ones that get mad if someone flips the bat or puts 2 feet on home plate.
Isn't that going away, though? Those are the old school fans.
But
there's a
still,
generational...
They're still very loud, and they're out there, and they're very annoying. And, you know...
Well, no, I saw the complaints that... I mean, you know, Rosario's not setting the world on fire, but he's a hustler, but they're talking about Syndergaard. This says Syndergaard. I don't know. Whatever. They talk about him like he's a little long in the tooth. I'm like, the guy's 30 years old. I mean, he's not. I don't know.
He's had some very good seasons, but he's not where he used to be. He's had a very difficult year this year.
I just always assume
Ahmed Rosario was the worst defensive shortstop in all of baseball.
Right, I know.
That's so like
it didn't cost the Dodgers anything.
Yeah, we're trading one guy that's not living up to their potential for another guy that's past his prime. Like,
it's a lateral move,
yeah,
kind of, just to change in position. But I always assume that that the people there at the front office at the Guardians probably know more about baseball than I do. I'm a fan, but I'm not down with all the strategy. I don't know what Chris Antonetti's doing over there, but I will defer to his judgment. So they've been looking to deal him, though, for a while, I think. So whatever. We'll see what happens.
Everybody wants a big bat. Like, that's what Guardians fans are looking for. But you can't get one of those. Like, no one's going to trade someone that's hit 30 home runs.
Right.
And if they are, they're not trading to the Guardians because the Guardians aren't going to shell out what they want for him.
Syndergaard. I think one article they spelled his name 2 different ways.
Okay.
So yeah, they spell it Syndergaard,
yeah.
But you're right. It's Syndergaard. Synd.
Syndergaard.
With the Cleveland Guardians.
He might be
Syndergaardian. Just call him Syndergaardian.
Poundcake's might have a new crush. He's a big, tall, Norwegian-looking dude.
They call him Thor because he looks like Thor. That's his nickname.
Like Thor,
looks like Thor.
That's clever.
It really was clever. They go, hey, look at this guy. He looks like somebody. But he's another one of those long-haired dudes. He's like Clevenger. Got a lot of guys with long hair in baseball. But I don't think long hair is Poundcake's vibe.
It's not the long hair. You can rock it. Like Clevenger is my type, but it's not. I guess I don't really have a type. Just if you're cute and you can...
You don't think this dude's attractive?
These aren't skinny white boys. I mean, and again, Clevenger's not a good-looking guy.
I think
he's just got the long hair.
But he has swag. I think he carries it himself where he plays.
And he's on my White Sox now. I have to be a booster, but I don't think he's a good-looking dude.
I think he plays the hippie guy well, like the whole hippie vibe that he has going on. The long hair, the beachy clothes, the bright shoes.
Forests are alive.
That is his thing. Just like Dave, members only. That is his thing, like wearing stuff like vintage. That's his thing, and he carries that very well. He has swag. I can appreciate that. This guy, he just looks like he's unkempt.
The guy that we're getting here in Cleveland, Syndergaard. Unkempt.
Yeah.
You'd like him more kempt.
Well, the pictures you're looking at are probably in-game, like...
Okay.
They're action shots.
Well, what other picture should I look at? His Instagram?
I don't know.
Maybe
There's
check
some of
him
him
out.
working out where he looks pretty kempt.
Very kempt is what you want. Your boy Kevin Love, by the way, was he was a Jeopardy question the other night.
Hey. Does that mean you've made it when you become a Jeopardy question? I think that's a pretty good
I think when you make
indication.
$100 million for playing a kids game.
That
That's
too.
also
I
is a
have a
good
feeling that
sign
he
of
was doing
making it.
pretty well before that. Watching Jeopardy, though, for people who do watch, and we watch just about every night, I don't know if that says about me, but I find it very calming when I get home from work to watch Jeopardy. And but a lot of it feels like SpawnCon now too, where the answers are clearly somebody who paid them to get their name in it. You know, the categories are weirder and weirder, and I think it's so that they can get sponsored content in there. At least that's what it feels like sometimes. When they have like a Netflix category or, come on. One category is going to be Netflix, and the other one is 19th century Danish physicists. So it really, which one of these is not like the other? But whatever. It's a nice way to cap off a long day, as far as I'm concerned. To sit there. His name's not Noah, it's Thor. Well, his name is not Thor, is it? That's his nickname.
Yeah.
His name is Noah.
And
Cindergaard.
And honestly, though, I think I'm on the minority on this.
You definitely are.
I don't think Chris Hemsworth is the best looking Hemsworth.
You're out of
You
your
like
mind.
Liam Hemsworth.
You're
Liam
out
Hemsworth
of your mind.
is the better looking one, I think.
100% out of your mind.
Well,
I'm in
that's
the minority.
Poundcake's opinion. I think you are definitely in the minority in that, but he's
too-
replacing Henry Cavill over on that show.
He's too big and meaty for me. Like he's too big.
You like them thin and reedy.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have to be, but he's just too big. Like he's tall and bulky.
But they both are. They're both built very similarly.
No, they're not.
And
What about
Chris Hemsworth doesn't carry all that Thor muscle all the time.
No, but he does a lot of the time. I mean, because if he's not doing those now, he's doing those extraction movies.
Yeah, but he
and
doesn't get as jacked for Extraction. Like he's still muscular, but
he gets into Chris Pratt shape.
But when he is in Thor shape, he is another level of steroid abuse.
Now, now, what about the forgotten Hemsworth? What's your thought on him? He's the shorter one. He's not as good looking.
What's his
That
name?
must suck.
They look like, I'm with Mary. I think Chris Hemsworth is the best looking one. And as you go to the younger guys, it looks like a photocopy that has lost something in each. So there's Chris, and then there's Liam, and then there's Luke Hemsworth, who is also in films.
Oh yeah, Luke played
Aw.
Chris in one of the Thors.
Okay.
Like he was.
He threw him a bone to put him in a Marvel
Yeah,
movie.
he in.
Oh, he looks kind of weird. Yeah.
What was the movie that he was?
But
in?
he's
He
much
was in
shorter than
Ragnarok,
them,
and
too.
they were doing like a play version of some stuff that happened in a previous movie, and that's who played Thor, and then Matt Damon played Loki.
Oh, right. Like a
Yeah.
live. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you. Never got around to seeing Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
I kind of stopped with Ragnarok.
That is a
I'm
duo.
so over Marvel at this point. Like, what's it called? The Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was fantastic. Far From Home, or No Way Home was good, but like I'm just
I
kinda
finished
burnt
Secret
out.
Invasion.
Which did it get good?
It did not get good.
Man,
Even the finale, I was like, okay, let's settle in because this is probably 90 minutes long. The finale was 37 minutes long. And I was like, wow, this is not. I think somebody made this comment to me. I'd posted something on Reddit, and somebody made a comment in one of the nerd subreddits that I'm in. And I said that just because you own the IP doesn't mean you have to squeeze, a 6-episode show out of every tertiary character. And somebody pointed out that they got really lucky with Guardians of the Galaxy. That was accidentally a huge hit for what are very clearly like not top tier characters in the comic book universe. Like Guardians of the Galaxy had been around for a long time, but it was also like a revolving door of characters. So they're like, well, let's make a movie and see if it works. And so because they own all this intellectual property, they're like, we're going to make movies and TV shows about everything, except nobody cares because you have to watch everything to watch everything else and follow along. And nobody wants to do that. If you're doing it with Thor and Spider-Man and Iron Man, you go, yeah, cool. But once those main characters are gone, I mean, Loki's fun. But again, that's like Thor adjacent. When you get to like
right? And we had
Nick Fury show, and you're like, oh, come on. They're going to do Armor Wars with, dude. And now they're in a bad position because they've committed to these shows, but now they want to like slash their programming because all these streaming services nobody's going belly up, but they're really trying. It's bad timing to be committed to these shows that nobody cares about. Secret Invasion was a huge waste of time. Olivia Colman was the best thing in it, and it wasn't her show. And you're like, oh god,
it's a bummer because
it had a great cast that did
great
nothing.
Cast, but nothing. Okay,
no,
that's kind
do
of why I
not
didn't take
waste
the
your
time
No,
with that one.
Nope.
But then again, you'll probably like Oppenheimer, so maybe I'll like Secret Invasion. We'll see.
All right, well there you go. That's our take on the Hemsworths. Secret Invasion on Disney Plus, and let me give you $1,000 here. It's courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie today and tomorrow. Your last couple of days to grab one of these keywords. There's plenty of them though between now and tomorrow night. So good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Bank. That's bank. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Were you saying something, Cody?
Yeah, I was just saying, looking at them lined up, that is not a duo you want to stand in between.
Yeah.
That is so bad.
Poor guy,
He's
man.
the oldest one, and yet he's like outshadowed by his.
Oh, is he the
younger ones.
oldest? I thought he was the youngest.
He's 42.
Oh, okay.
Luke Hemsworth is 42. Liam is 33, and then Chris is 39. So yeah, he's the oldest one and gets the least amount of shine. Same with the oldest Jonas brother. What's his name?
The bonus Jonas, the one that's on that stupid claim to fame show.
No. There's an older one who was actually in the Jonas Brothers.
Oh.
There's Nick, there's Joe, and Kevin. Kevin is the one that's like, oh.
He's married to a civilian.
Yeah.
You can leave us messages if you listen to the show on the iHeartRadio app. There's that little red microphone, that talkback button there.
Hey guys, I just watched Mark Norman's new special last night, and he came up with the same idea with the separate poop and pee bathrooms. So screw you, Mary. This idea is getting legs.
Why is it screw you, Mary?
I don't know, because more than one person thought it was good. Because Bill and Mark had a similar idea, I guess.
Bill and Mark
so
Norman,
screw me.
they are on team separate bathrooms for poop and pee. When the PAPC hears about this, they're going to be all in favor.
I don't care what you
We're gonna have to make the PAPC, and then they're gonna hear about it.
But boy, I mean, I'm on Team Mary on this. I mean, I try to support people's ideas, but I didn't tell Bill this because I didn't want him to feel weird about it. But I was up pretty late last night, really trying to work out the schematics of this, just kind of on my own to get my head straight about it. And I could not make it work. Couldn't make it work.
You're flip-flopping. Because
I'm
you
not
were with Bill
flip-flopping.
yesterday.
Well, only because I was trying to kind of follow it to its logical conclusion and hope that we could come up with a way to make it work as we were talking it out.
If you're a flip-flopper, then it means you have to go to the third option bathroom.
The leak bathroom.
For vomiting and pooping and peeing all at the same time.
Well, I
All
didn't
at the
see
same
the
time.
I didn't see the new Mark Norman hour, so I don't have the context for it. But if he and Bill are on the same wavelength, I mean,
When it comes to poop and pee,
it sounds like there might be some
I'm not gonna put
venture
myself in the
capital that can be put
stratosphere
into
where-
this.
I'm not going to put myself in the stratosphere of Mark Norman as a comedian, but when it comes to poop and pee, great minds think alike.
Well, I was going to say, it's not even about the comedic angle of it. It's the idea.
Right.
Maybe the boys over at Case Western can work this out. Maybe there's but again, I'm not sure why a message would become a screw you, Mary.
That's how it goes. It's fine. Screw me, man. Nothing matters.
Well, no, not that nothing matters, just
doesn't.
that matters to that person, and they think that opinion reflects poorly on you, which I think is an odd take.
I don't care.
Because you had, let's be fair about this, Bill really was pretty lean on reasons it would work. You had a lot of reasons it wouldn't work.
Right.
And that was read as you poo-pooing the idea.
Yes.
But insofar as the pros and cons, you did have a more fleshed out list.
Right. And that's all
I
I
feel
was
like
trying
Mary,
to do.
I'm Mary, and Mary is her dad.
What?
Mary's dead?
Like, well, no.
I'm dead?
No, because
I'm
when
500 pounds?
you said when you want to do comedy, your dad's like, don't do that. It's very slim chances of you making it. Go back to college. Don't drop out of college. That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're doing to my poop and pee dream.
Well, then prove me wrong.
Mary's dad was
And
like,
then I'll die before you get a chance to prove me wrong, and then you'll walk around with this immense feeling of never making me proud, and you might have to go see an old man.
I know I've
paying
already made you
$70
proud. So
Go
that's
see
fine.
an old man.
Never made me proud.
I guess I
made
didn't
you so
realize,
proud.
Bill, that it rose to the level of a dream
Yeah.
for you.
When
So that was my miscalculation.
I pooped my pants.
I mean-
I ate too much corn.
Life goals, bucket list, whatever you want to call it.
I think bucket list works great in this
I
context.
think so too.
Yes, Poundcake?
when Mary told her dad that she wanted to be a comedian, her dad was like, "What, Mary? You're no Matt Rife."
Okay. Yes, 11 years ago.
You're no Matt
Yes,
Rife.
yes,
Matt
yes.
Rife, Mary.
Cody-
Tony was way early on Matt Rife.
Yeah, he was like, Matt Rife was 11 years ago was like 12.
That guy has great crowd work at 12, Mary. You do not have that potential.
Well, you had kind of pointed out, speaking of Matt Rife, you had pointed out how many negative comments you get from people on social, or wherever you posted something about crowd work, and that women were really coming to his defense
Yes,
and pointing out that they had no idea who you were, but
Right.
blah, blah, blah.
yes.
Did any of them take your advice, watch some of your material, and come back around and go, okay,
No.
nothing
Well,
like that?
nobody has reported, but that video is also at 3.2 million views and
That's insane.
25
Whose video?
mine
3.2 million views.
3.2 million views of
Yes.
people.
of people getting mad at me.
Yeah.
I see.
Viral
There's
for everyone hating.
2,500 comments on it.
Because all you said was Matt Rife didn't invent crowd work.
Yes, and everyone's like, "You're salty. You want to be him so bad. You can't make it by putting other people down." I said, "I didn't say a word about Matt."
Right.
And you're just jealous of him. I'm incredibly jealous of him and his career. I don't like his fans, which is you guys. Well, you should like us because we're the ones commenting on this post.
Oh, you're jealous of his. You said I'm jealous of his career.
Anybody, every comic on the planet should be jealous of his career. He sold out a world tour in less than 2 hours.
Right, but I guess I think of it in terms of this could all be over in a year.
It
It
probably
could
will.
be,
But it's still a
he's
good
also going
year.
to be a
no.
multi-millionaire by the end of
Absolutely.
it.
Right, provided that like your brother-in-law doesn't take all your money or something.
Sure, if he's trusting his brother-in-law, but this guy's going to make millions upon millions of dollars on this world tour. And I'm trying to negotiate getting a hotel for a weekend in Traverse City.
No,
they
I
don't want
underst-
to pay for me to go to a hotel.
No, I understand. I get it.
But that's the whole point of the video is that I was like, I didn't say one bad word about Matt Rife. I'm just trying to tell his fans that he's not the first person to do crowd work.
Do they think he's the first person to do
They
that
think
work?
he's the best. Okay, maybe he's not the first, but he's the best. No one's ever done it better than him. Dude, these comments are crazy.
Well, that's what fan.
Read
they're-
these
Do
comments.
you know what fan means?
Bill, but then they say
Fanatics.
things like,
They're
He should call his
stupid.
fans the Rifles.
but then they say things about me where they're like, "You're just a washed up old hag,"
You're a
and I'm
bag.
like, "You're a
Yeah, so they're making points.
washed up old hag. I'm 33."
Not only
but
that,
his fans are
washed up
21.
Washed
Yeah.
up implies that you had a time where people knew you.
Right.
And you're past that.
But that's what
They
I mean.
can't say, I don't know who you are, and you're washed up.
But they do. That's why
no,
this.
I understand.
I posted the video in my
Millions.
Instagram and I put the link and I said, if you are bored and love drama, please just go read. You don't even have to read all the comments because there's 2,500 of
And
them.
I was bored
Read
and I love
some of
drama,
them.
so I read it.
And it's truly wild, the things that people are saying. But
But
then
is
there's
this drama? Is this drama?
it's
or is it-
internet drama.
I mean, it's. I don't know if I call it drama.
It's people
ridiculous.
name calling and attacking my career because I said that
This is
the
what
person
constitutes
they
internet
love-
drama.
Yeah.
What we call this is content.
Sure.
It's called engagement.
Yeah.
And the algorithm loves it.
I did have one of my social media follows that I've been following for a few years. She does a lot of stuff about anxiety and recovery. Her name on social media is Juggling the Jenkins, and she's got a couple kids and she's got a few million followers across platforms.
Oh, the Jenkins are not her breasts.
No, the Jenkins are her children. But she's very open about mental health struggles and recovery struggles. And I've been following her for 2 years. And she commented and was like, "Hey, never heard of you, saw this, watched your content, and I absolutely love you. I feel like we're kindred spirits." And I was like, oh my God.
So there
No
was
relation.
someone
So that was
yeah.
kind of cool. I thought
That's
that was
neat.
pretty cool. I was like, oh my God, this person that I've known about for a few years.
So
found
how
me
have
on
the
accident.
3.2 million views benefited you so far?
I've gotten almost 5,000 followers from it.
How has that benefited you so far?
That hopefully those 5,000 followers will turn into some ticket sales. When I
And
post
these
where
are
I'm gonna be.
Americans. Or are they in India and Pakistan
Well,
still?
I haven't checked the exact location of where
She hasn't
these
done the
people have
breakdown
been,
yet.
but I would assume most of them are white women. So I would assume they're in America.
Yeah. So you really had a wave of Matt Rife Karens coming after you.
Yes, and what's funny is that it's mostly women defending him, and then mostly men saying, "Nah, he's not that good," which I think is hilarious.
Well,
But still taking a second to call you a bitch, probably.
Well, no, the ugly internet men are defending me,
Oh, well, there you go.
and then the internet women are defending Matt.
How the worm has turned.
Right.
I got a break here. If you want to text me 35192, AlanCoxShow.com to watch, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And